Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to recreate my college boarding house in The Sims 4 with no mod or custom content. I will also tell you a little bit of story for my, college days. Okay, let's get started. So, my college boarding house is located near my university. I'm living in this boarding house since I'm on the fifth semester until the eighth the no oh early eighth semester, because in February 2020 COVID started spreading, right? So my campus closed down. Every student told to go back home, and so do I. But I spent a lot of great time here, and there is some scary time too, where I don't believe in ghosts, but we see things here like, yeah, it's this place is something. Oh yeah, fun fact. My dad also lives in this boarding house when he's also in college, but he moved to a different college later on, and I actually live in the same room as he did in his college days. So let's start from the fifth semester. Okay, no, the fourth semester, late fourth semester. I moved out from my dorm. I used to live in a dorm for like 2 years. At the end of my fourth semester, I started looking for like boarding house, or like what kind of thing, a house, rent a house with my friends. But renting a house, the maintenance is quite a lot, and at that time I only live from my scholarship. I'm fortunate enough that I get a full scholarship, so I mostly live using the money that I get from the scholarship. Yeah, I start looking a bunch of different boarding house, but then my friend actually told me that his boarding house has a bunch of rooms that is empty, so a bunch of empty rooms. So I just like, okay, let's see if the price makes sense, I'll take it. And yeah, I started living on the second floor, on the corner right beside the landlord's daughter room. Yeah, we are separated by a wall and a door, obviously. So the landlord's house is connected to the boarding house, the room in front of the landlord's house is two stores. One store is pharmacy, the other is like, I think it's empty at that time, but there is a time where it's rented by someone who sold books, sold some perfume, and it is quite big because it has two parking lots. The room is small, but the parking lot is big. So the outside, which near the store, there is a parking lot for cars, just in case the relative or my family or the residents' family is visiting, so they can park their car there. And at the very front, there is like a small gate about like 120 centimeters tall. I'm 170, so I mean it's quite tall. It's basically like right up my stomach or something. And another parking lot is which you have to go through a small door. There, it's actually divided. Sorry. So a portion of that is a parking lot for motorcycles. The residents mostly use motorcycles in because we are living in Indonesia, by the way. Cars are freaking expensive. Yeah, that there is a portion that's used for parking lot for motorcycles, and then a portion of that is used for drying our laundry. Mostly, I can only speak for myself, but I rarely go to a laundry service to wash my clothes. I mostly just wash it myself. It's easy anyway, so I hang it there. And there is a small kitchen right beside the bathroom on the first floor. I rarely use that. I get yelled at one time and I'm never using it again. I'm never using it again. Fuck, I'm struggling. Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun living there. The third floor, actually, I kind of forgot because for 2 years that I lived there, the third floor is kind of new. So when I was on the end of my seventh semester, they add the third floor, and then at the start of the eighth semester, COVID hits, and no work has been done since then. At least as far as I know. I live on the second floor, like I said before, and there is like 5 or 6 rooms there. But at the first year I lived there, I'm the only one who spend my time in my room. Yeah, most of the time. One of my neighbor, he go to the technic engineering school, which is really far from our boarding house. So he usually just go to his friends house or whatever, and the other one who lives at the end corner of the room right near the bathroom on the second floor, I think he's like, in Indonesia we call it like immortal students, like college student who didn't finish their thesis for years. Yeah, so he's that kind of guy and a kind of student, and rarely on his room. Even if he is on his room, he didn't work on his thesis. He play games all night and he sleeps through the day. So yeah, mostly at night I'm alone and it was dark. Like I put lights on this build, right? But the real thing, there is not many lights. There is only one light on the second floor, which is at the sink. And then later on they add another light near my room, so we don't trip ourselves because the walls, the railing on the second floor is quite low, like maybe as tall as my thigh. It's not really tall, it could be dangerous, so they add that light later on. And there's a TV room that has a really shit TV, like a tube TV. Don't have that many channels. I don't watch TV anyways, but if you want to put a TV on there, at least put something more proper. When we watch together, like you can expect at least 8 people to watch TV at the same time, watching at the a 17-inch tube TV. It looks like shit, it sounds like shit, didn't have that many channel. It's something. Even though I spend most of my time in my room, I'm not a very active student, but at the 7th semester, I guess, no, 6th semester, I became an assistant in a lab. So there is a bunch of different lab in my campus, right? There is game development, there is basic, intermediate, and advanced programming lab, there is database administrator lab, system administrator lab, and integrative programming, which is where I'm in. So there is two students actually, me and another kid from a different study program. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. I go to computer science school and my study program is information technology. So we are not built for programming. We don't have the skill needed to be a programmer, but we have enough basic knowledge of programming that if we want to learn outside of classroom, we still can do it. Like we're not breezing, but we can follow along. So the other kid in the lab is from informatics engineering. I don't know what's the term in your country, but they are the programmer. Like I think he's older than me. Hold on. Yeah, he's older than me, about 2 years, which is weird because at that time he's supposed to finish his thesis, but it's not. But shit happened. I don't blame him. I also graduate a little bit late. Like it took me 9 semesters to finish my college. What else though? Oh yeah, in the fifth semester. In the sixth semester, I finally joined an student organization for my study program. So in my uni, there is student organization for each study program. So let's say information system, they have their own student org, right? Informatic engineering, computer, technical engineering, I believe it's called like that. Information technology, and oh shit, what's the other one? Fuck. Yeah, it's information technology, but the teaching part. So they are expected to become a tutor or a teacher, like that. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. It's fun, going to school, and I'm fortunate enough that my SAT result is pretty good, that I got accepted at that time. My campus is ranked number 3 for top Indonesian university. Now they are on number 9 or something. When I get in, my campus is ranked number 3, like the top 3. It's great. I'm proud that I get in, but even the top campus has some shit going on in there. But yeah, I met a bunch of friends on my 5th semester, a bunch of crazy guy, a bunch of dumbass just like me. And for the scary part, so this happens later on my stay, like, oh no, yeah, later on my stay, when I broke my hand actually. So okay, so it's Saturday night and we play guitar, we sing a song because most of us are single. I broke my hand, like I can't go to the gym, so we're just playing guitar. Oh yeah, and by the way, the landlord's family was out of town for a while. I forgot where they go, but yeah, they're not in the house at that time. And in my boarding house is exclusive for only men or boys only. So we're just singing, having good time, drinking coffee, smoking, vape. Some are smoking, I'm vaping. So yeah, it's a good time, singing along, woo. And then suddenly we heard a woman singing with us. Now the 3rd floor just been built, right? It's still in the process. It's still in the process of building, and there is an access to get up there is using a ladder. You have to climb a ladder. The first time we heard the women voice, we're like, oh, maybe it's because the landlord's daughter stays in the house. So we check, like, oh, nobody's home. Okay, cool. We sing again. The voice came again and singing along with us. But now when we stop, the voice continued to sing, like continue the song until the end. And we just, you know what, let's check, because the last thing we want is a robber, right? That's the only thing that we are looking out for. So we follow the voice, and it's from the 3rd floor. And like, what the fuck, like, The only access is from the inside, and even though like you can see the campus, you can't really climb from there because there is a big river splitting my boarding house and the campus. Like there is no way you can jump that far and that high. We look at the parking lot, there is a lady sitting. We only saw her back. She's wearing a white dress, a white long dress. Her hair is long. She is sitting and singing. And oh fuck, I got shivers. Ugh. All of us, there is like 6 or 7 of us, look at the same time. Just ran back inside and go to my room. But that's pretty much the only like horror or scary stuff that happens. The rest of the stay is pretty much okay. Like it's a good boarding house. It's quite cheap. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about that. It's quite cheap. The boarding house is quite cheap. Cheap. And the landlord's nice, the daughter's nice. They care about me. Like when I broke my hand, they offered to drive me to campus, even though it's really close. Like my campus is only like what, 200 meters, 15-minute walks. Like it's not big deal. They're really nice though. If any of you is in computer science college now, so yeah, stay there, stay strong. You're going to get through, don't worry about it. Grade is a number. Sometimes it's quite important, but you know, don't stress out about your grades. It's fine. And good luck on your thesis, on your next class, next exam. And if I can give you any suggestion or tips, start freelancing. That's what I'm going to say. Start freelancing, so building up your portfolio. So when you graduate, you already have something in your arsenal. So especially now that companies didn't really want to hire like fresh graduate who is actually fresh with no experience. So having some experience in freelancing will help you a lot. Like I remember after I graduated, because I've already done some freelancing and I'm an assistant, I get a few projects lined up for me. And so I graduated in 2021, right? So 2021 January I graduated, and in February, I guess, I have my first project after I graduate, that is, the first project. And then it took me 2 months, and then in May I get another project for 3 months, and after that I got into a game company. I will tell this story later because it's really great. It's awesome. This story is great. And since then since then I'm becoming a freelance programmer. The only time I'm working for a company is when I am working in a indie game company. So yeah. Okay, be safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and hope you have a great day. See you on the next video. Bye.